Welcome to the 100 subscriber special. Ta-da! If you are a returning member of the team, welcome back, and thank you so much for helping me make it to this milestone. If you are new here, hi, my name is Ray. I make videos about Genshin Impact that hopefully you'll find helpful when it comes to choosing which characters to invest in. If that sounds like your kind of thing, please consider hitting the subscribe button and coming to join us. So let's dig into today's topic, the Crown of Insight. In over a year of gameplay, I haven't used a single crown yet. But we're not just going to use one or two, we're going to use all 14 of those crowns today. My Mora pouch is quaking already. Initially, when I had less crowns, I decided I would give a crown to someone based on each of the available talent books. I think I decided this back when I only had 9 crowns and there were 9 types of books, so it made sense to me, and then I just got a bunch more from the Sacred Sakura tree, which made this decision a lot harder. There are a few characters who won't be receiving crowns today, but are definitely front of the queue when we receive more. First up, it's quite literally the Uncrowned King of Mondstadt. Diluc probably has the best build out of all of my team so far, so I use him all the time when I want to get through content quickly or it's a bit harder. He hasn't made the cut this time because he's powerful enough for now, but I definitely want to give him that boost in future. And sticking with the theme of pyro users from the City of Freedom, Toma has now joined the team and I'm loving his abilities and gameplay so far, so I definitely think he's going to be worth a crown or two in future. Next up is a character you may not expect to be on this list if you saw her character video, but I do think I'll crown Kokomi's Burst. I found her to be pretty fun to use actually, and with the introduction of the corrosion mechanic, I do want her to have the best kit possible to keep my team healthy. So let's see who made the final cut and head over to Mondstadt. The first character we're going to crown with the books from Mondstadt is an interesting pick, as they're not from Mondstadt at all, nor did we meet them in Mondstadt. It's the one and only Tartaglia. Of course, it goes to his elemental skill, which is one of the most unique in the game, and it personally for me makes him one of the most fun characters. Okay, so the next crowns are actually going to go to Mondstadters, and the next character uses the Books of Resistance. You already know that Diluc didn't make the cut, so who do you think it is? I'll give you a hint, it's another heavy hitter, and we're going to crown their basic attack. It's Eula. Did you guess right? Although Diluc really is filling the role of physical damage main at the moment, I want to switch that to Eula and take him as my pyro damage main. So I'm going to be working more on Eula's build, and this is just a part of it. That's it for the basic attacks. So next up, we're going to go for skills. So we're going to have 2 Mondstadt skills for 2 of my favourite support units. The first is a Freedom Crown, and if you've seen any of my team videos, you probably already guessed, it's Sucrose. This skill is really useful for crowd control, and with the right elemental team behind her, it does a lot of damage too. The next skill is going to be Ballad. Bit tougher to guess this one, but it goes to Fischl. Summoning Oz is in my opinion still one of the best off-field elemental application skills, and if we're only considering 4-star characters, probably the best. Moving on to 2 more Mondstadters, and we're looking at their burst this time, and we'll stick with the Books of Ballad. Here's your hint, she is one of my favourite sub-DPS units. This one goes to Rosaria. I definitely think in future I will build up more of Rosaria's skills, but for now we have just gone with her burst. Now we are on to our final crown for Mondstadt, and this time we are back to Resistance. I will give you a hint. By the end of this video, my Mora pouch is going to match hers. Yep, this crown goes to Mona. Something clicked for me recently with Mona's gameplay, and I just find her really fun. So I even level 90'd her to try and get the most out of this burst, so it just made sense to crown it as well. So that was 6 crowns down in Mondstadt. Let's head on to Liyue. So just like in Mondstadt, there is one main DPS I love using, and we're going to crown their basic attack. This crown goes to Ganyu. It makes sense to me to power up her basic attack, especially considering she is a one-woman army when it comes to big dragon-like bosses, and Senora. Moving on to character skills, I did actually have a little bit of a tough choice when it came to users of the Prosperity books between Zhao, Ningguang, or my favourite healer Chi-Chi, who of course is going to take this crown. But when it comes to characters with useful skills in Liyue, there is another character whose skill is incredibly useful, and we couldn't let this video pass without crowning that, and that is Zhongli's shield. I think the character skills I picked from Liyue just go to show that I'm bad at this game and I need protection and I need healers. But we're not just going to stop at Zhongli's skill. We're also going to crown Zhongli's burst, so we have our first double crowned character. But you're not just going to expect me to double crown someone that's not Tartaglia. So of course the next crown is going to go to Tartaglia's burst. And that makes 2 double crowned units to round off the Liyue portion of the video. Now 3 crowns remain for use in Inazuma. So we're going to jump straight into an elemental skill, and we are going to crown one of my first Inazumans, Yoimiya. I do think her build needs a little bit more work, but I'm already starting to see some crazy damage numbers from her skill, so again, just getting that most out of it that I can. The next crown is going to go to an elemental burst, and I'll give you a hint, it's not Yoimiya again. This time we are going to go with a very powerful elemental burst, known across the land as the Muso no Hitotachi. Yes, this crown is for the Raiden Shogun. So that leaves us with 1 crown. You may have a good idea where this is going, but I will give you another hint. We've also seen this character appear in Inazuma. Oh yep, I'm gonna do it. Let's triple crown Tartaglia. So there we have it, 14 crowns and all of my more are later, and I do actually have my first triple crowned unit. There are a bunch of other characters I think I will crown eventually, like Xiao and Diona, and maybe I'll even triple crown some of my other mains like Ganyu or Eula. I had better start saving up my Mora again, huh? Today's question is, who was your first crowned character? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed today's video, please let me know by leaving me a like, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so and bop that little red button. In the next video, I'll put Toma under the spotlight and we will find out what the new 4-star polearm user can really do. But for now, see you next time.
I really did spend a lot recently, only 10 Mora left. Still, 10 more is better than no Mora.